and welcome to the Xceleration Fitness Podcast number 28.
And we're almost on iTunes.
Wow.
We promised like
there.
28 episodes ago, but we are waiting for the approval, so it should be on there soon.
Yes, we're legit. We're legit. On today's episode, we have two very, very special guests. They are Lululemon ambassadors coming from Royal Oak, Michigan. We have Lindsay Irrer and Janelle Herbert. All right, here we go, guys. So today's podcast is definitely a little bit different for our listeners because most of our podcasts consist of us talking about meathead stuff, us talking about lifting, sports, that kind of thing. And now we have two ladies from the Barre Code who would absolutely crush us in a workout because we've never done this style of workout.
Never.
And we're definitely going to take a little walk on the feminine side today and talk about just women in business, women in fitness, empowering women, and all those kinds of cool things that they're doing in their life. So without further ado, guys,
welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so let's just get started here. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Metro Detroit. I grew up in Rochester, was my hometown, living in Birmingham now, but it's great to be in this area. I've traveled around a lot. Lindsay and I, we met in college at Michigan State, where the both of us danced on the dance team there. So go green, especially after this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of, I guess, where our passion for this business comes from is, you know, the athleticism that we had just growing up in our lives. And a couple years post-college is when we sparked up, you know, our first love child here at the Barre Code.
Nice. So what years were you at Michigan State?
We graduated high school in 2007, so we were there from 2007 to 2011.
All right, same time as me. There we go.
Yeah.
You guys dancing for the MSU varsity teams, or what was that like?
Yeah, we danced for football and basketball season. So it was an incredible experience. We got to travel all over the country for football bowl games and Final Fours, March Madness, all of that good stuff. And it's incredible that, you know, East Lansing has such an amazing community and such a love for Michigan State and the Spartans. But then when you travel all over the country and you see those alumni from really all over the world that come in to support the athletic teams, it was a really great experience. And we still get to relive the glory days every year on homecoming. You can catch us on that football field still. And it did spoil us a little bit. I feel like after having our football seats in the end zone and then our basketball seats literally right under the basket throughout college, now whenever we go to the games, it isn't quite the same.
Yeah.
Atmosphere.
And Ben, don't worry, we were on the wrestling mat sometimes as well.
I know you were. For sure. Yeah, definitely. Remember that. Awesome.
So let's take a step back. Now, like growing up, were you guys like, obviously you danced and stuff, were you into other sports? Were you into just fitness in general as younger or no?
Predominantly dance, yes. I always had kind of a musical background also. I played several instruments, singing and plays. I played in an all-girl punk rock band. So from an athletic standpoint, oh yeah, Death by Lipstick, rock on.
Oh my God, I'm Googling that. That's awesome. Where are you from, Lindsay?
We might still be on my I'm from Bay City.
Bay City, okay.
So yeah, I grew up in Bay City. It's like an hour and a half north of the Metro Detroit area. Moved to East Lansing for college, and then I moved to Royal Oak right after, and I've been there.
So did you say there's still a MySpace that exists with Death by Lipstick? Is that what you said? Can you hear me?
Maybe.
Awesome. So sorry, I totally interrupted John's question, but you guys were talking about your athletic backgrounds growing up and kind of how you developed into your position that you're in today.
Yeah, I mean, we both danced growing up, like Lindsay mentioned. I don't have much of the athletic coordinated gene like my family did growing up. So dance was my discipline. Also my outlet growing up, you know, any stress, emotional, anything like
You guys there?
Yep. Oh, can you hear us?
Yeah, I was kind of breaking up there. Sorry. You good? Keep going.
Okay. Where were we at?
Just talking about your athletic background and dance and kind of that being your outlet. And it's cool to hear that because obviously you guys are still doing that outlet today. So I'm sure that's a definite release for you during the day and busy week with running a business, which you guys are extremely busy. So I'm sure that's beneficial for you.
Yeah, for sure. I think it kind of started to transition more into, a fitness focus when we were on the dance team because of the workout mentality that was paired with the training for the dance team too. And then when I moved to Chicago is when I started getting into group fitness. I started teaching adults when I was there. And it's different than obviously teaching kids. Adults tend to be a little bit more obedient, and I enjoyed that. But just the energy and the spirit of kind of, training women is so different than children. The aspect of emotion that does go into it a little bit more for women.
What do you find easier, children or grown women?
Grown women.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We love the children, but
It's great, but
it takes a lot of
they can be a
patience.
handful.
Speaking of kids, you guys have kids?
Yes, I do. I have a 6-month-old.
What's her name?
Tatum. It's a boy.
Nathan. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And Ben, I think I saw you have another one on the way, right?
Yeah, we are actually this morning we're at 34 weeks, so it's getting close.
Cool.
Aww.
Congratulations. That's exciting.
it's really exciting.
So let's what led you to Chicago? That's what I'm interested in.
Honestly, adventure. My major in college was business management. I was in Eli Broad there and loved it, loved getting my education there, but I just wasn't really ready to dive into a 9-to-5 or behind the desk style job yet, and wanted to kind of follow my passion, which was dance at the time, and kind of dove into that scene both in Chicago and I later on moved to Los Angeles. But yeah, I guess adventure. Just kind of wanted to see what else was out there before coming back to my beloved home.
Where did you teach at in Chicago? Was that just dance, or was that, you said it was fitness classes too?
Yeah, so it was actually at a studio called All About Dance, which is still there. And it's in Old Town if you want to check it out, but super fun. They're primarily a dance studio, but they do have a sector of group fitness as well. So I was teaching kind of aerobic style classes there. So it was kind of more freestyle. It wasn't like a certification base or anything like that, but it was nice to get my feet wet with something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So how did you guys kind of go from that to obviously running the Barre Code together? Like, kind of talk about that transition, because we always love to hear kind of the story about how you get your foot in the door with starting a business like that. So how did that go down?
Yeah, so while Janelle was teaching dance in Chicago, I was working in the corporate world in corporate sales, and kind of within the same year, we were both in a soul searching, what do we want to do with our lives kind of phase. I was realizing that working for a big company, although that was my initial dream, it ended up not being for me. I wanted something that I felt more responsibility behind, and something that was a little bit more personally rewarding, and something that I really believed in. And I was introduced to the Barre Code through a mutual friend of ours who is actually now an instructor and one of our studio managers. But I knew that Janelle was also looking for kind of something, and so really the stars just aligned. The first time that I went on the Barre Code's website, I was just so drawn to the message about, it's not just about being a size 000 and a number on a scale, but it's really about how you feel, and that strength and confidence from inside is really what is going to radiate from outside and give you the happiest and healthiest life that you can. And that's kind of everything that the Barre Code as a brand stands behind, and something that we both have always believed in. And so yeah, I was able to pull my best friend back home through the studio, which was a personally very happy thing for me. And yeah, we're celebrating our 4th birthday next year at the studios. And so we've been on this journey this upcoming January, it'll be 5 years since we started to open the studios.
Wow. So to recap, you guys both danced with each other at Michigan State. She went out to Chicago to just have some fun, right? And dance and teach. And you were in the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
And you found Barre Code and just gave her a call like, hey, come back home. We're doing this. Like, it's going down. How did that happen?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Where were you at when you did that? Like, where were you living at, Lindsay?
I was in Royal Oak.
You're in Royal Oak. Okay. So
Yeah.
were you still in like the party phase, or were you like me down like,
I was like 22 and freshly out of college. So yeah, you could say that.
I remember those.
It's amazing though how quickly owning a business, we refer to them as our children, but they really do. It makes you grow up very quickly.
Yes.
So some of our viewers aren't necessarily probably familiar with the Barre Code. I can't say that we're probably that familiar with the Barre Code. So what exactly is the Barre Code?
Well, we're a group fitness studio, primarily women-based, but we still want to see you two in there. And we offer several different class formats that revolve around the 3 pillars of fitness, which are cardio, strength, and restoration. One of our primary classes, the one that I think you guys spoke to, the shaking and the burning, is our Barre Code class. And that one is we work each strength section until like that muscle fatigue, muscle failure. It's kind of small, like calisthenic style of movements. But we offer like Tabata style cardio. One of our favorites is our kickboxing style, which is called Brawl. Right now we have like a dance-based one too that's called Bardio. And we offer that restore element in 2 of our classes as well. So that's super fun, but we're also just a big community as well. The Barre Code, we share just a lot of the same, ideas as what Lindsay said about, just kind of loving our bodies. And that's something that like our mantra goes by, and a lot of our instructors, that's what we put into our training as well. The positive motivation throughout our commentary in our classes.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sounds a lot like us, besides the dancing.
There's no Nick.
Yeah, we got Nick though. But I mean, you guys touched on a couple things there. And what's really cool about this podcast, we've been bringing a lot of people in, people from Chicago, people from, California, everywhere. And really the same message that we hear from a lot of these people is they left the corporate world for fitness. And almost everyone we talk to, they're very successful in fitness. And it's never about like sets and reps and how important this is. It's always about how you feel inside and how like strong a community can really carry you. So you guys are just kind of icing on the cake now with every single listener we've had. It's just community. It's feeling good. It's awesome. So it's cool to hear that.
I'm curious too, like what do you guys do to kind of grow your community? What kind of worked best as you were starting out to get to where you are with your community and being so close-knit and whatnot?
I think it is just that feeling. You want to give people that sense of feeling when they are in the studio that it's their fitness home. And so we do everything that we can to make them comfortable from the first time that they walk in the doors. It's like being a new kid in class. And so you want them to know where to put their shoes and know where to put their things and make sure that they feel comfortable from that day one, and having it really be their safe space. And how Janelle mentioned that dance for us was always an outlet. Our goal is for our clients to have the Barre Code kind of be that outlet and that safe haven for them. And then we want them to continue that feeling of confidence and strength and that self-love, and take it out of the studio with them too. And so then that comes in with a lot of the messaging and motivation that we put into our classes, that we hope that they take those messages with them and that little piece of Barre Code then out into their daily lives too.
That's awesome. So with your dance career in college, what have you taken from your college careers into your business now? How is that? Is anything you did in college transitioning to helping you with your business now?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I majored in business, and that kind of has helped us, get off the ground in the sense of, I do a lot of our book work, all the accounting, the fun things, finance things, behind the scenes. So that has definitely been a strength of mine to bring to the business, as well as from dance. I do the training for our instructors as well. So being able to practice kind of what I've done in college with leading a team to bringing it to the studio, those communication aspects as well have been great skills. And Lindsay can talk about what she kind of brought as well.
Yeah, Ben, I know that you probably know as a student athlete also that when you are juggling sports and school and internships and trying to have fun while you're in college, it is like a total juggling act. And so, and it's the same thing being a business owner. Now we're juggling anything from events to maintenance on the studios to scheduling to communication. The list goes on. And so I think that we really kind of learned how to prioritize our time with that time management and making it all happen the way that it needs to.
Exactly. Yeah. I think what people really, maybe you guys thought this, but when I was in college, I'm like, man, I cannot wait to graduate. My schedule will be so much more open. I don't got to freaking wrestle. I don't got to worry about what I'm eating. Like, it's going to be so much easier when I get out. And then you get out and it's like, holy shit, it's way harder. Like, it's just the juggling is like even more intense. So there's really, I can say from a business owner, there is no balance. It's really what you prioritize at the moment and what's important and just getting things done. And obviously you guys are doing that really, really well, because I see you guys everywhere on Facebook. I see your community growing really strong. So you guys are doing a good job, man. It's awesome.
Thank you.
So I'm curious, how did you guys get involved with Lululemon? You're both ambassadors, correct?
Yeah, we both are.
We are, yeah. We've had a wonderful relationship with Lululemon right from when we opened our Birmingham studio. We were fortunate the old Woodward location in Birmingham opened, I would say maybe a year before we came to Birmingham. And then the Rochester location opened just a few months after we were in Rochester. And so we've always kind of had a Lululemon very close by wherever we've had studios. And they're also so very community minded and also civic minded. A lot of times when we're doing community events to raise money for different causes that we like to support, Lululemon is always there to be on board and to help with really anything that we send their way. And so we've always been really grateful for their partnership. And we were both so excited when we were asked to be ambassadors. It's such an honor to get to represent Lululemon on a different level. And it's something that we've really enjoyed being a part of.
Yeah, I definitely second that. When I first, maybe you guys didn't know this, but when I first got ambassador, I didn't know. I knew Lululemon was awesome clothes, but like right away, the community feel, I'm like, holy shit, like they do all this too. Like it's amazing, especially as a business owner, because you kind of feel isolated. You feel kind of lonely when you're doing all this stuff, and they kind of bring us together and really show like what you're doing is very impactful to the community, and that's what they're all about too. So I think
definitely, especially being small business owners, it's nice to kind of join up with somebody that kind of has the platform to even, push us a little bit higher out there in the community.
Yeah, for sure. What can you guys suggest to a mom who is, maybe she hasn't worked out in 5 or 6 years, she's looking to get in shape? What is the first thing you do with a lady like that?
I think it's all about finding something that you love to do. So whether it is, walking with the stroller because sometimes you're juggling time and that's what you have time to do that day, or lifting or kickboxing or dancing or barre or yoga, like the options are endless. And so I think it's so important to find something that you love to do, because that's when you're going to stick with it. If you're trying to force a workout that doesn't feel good, it's not going to be something that you stick with because it's not something that you enjoy. So that would always be my number one tip for not even just moms, but anyone, to just find something that you love. And then I guess for moms, as being a new mom, I would go back on the time management thing. Find ways that you can work it into your day. So whether it's taking a couple extra laps with the stroller, or doing lunges when the baby is teething and crying and you're trying to bop them around the house. That was me last night. Finding any little way that you can to move and to get your heart rate up and to just get your body active.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. So what do you guys do? What do you love besides Barre Code? What do you love in fitness to do, like kind of as your outlet when you aren't taking care of a baby or aren't juggling things in your business? What do you guys like to do?
Gosh, I keep going back to it, but when I can, I love to dance. If I can get to a certain class outside of my studio, I have to say, like I work out at our studio every day. I love it, but it's also super convenient. We're there, but if I can manage to find time, something that we love to do together actually is we'll go take class. My old dance studio is just a mile away from us. And they have an adult class on Thursday nights. And if we can hit it, we're there.
What is your favorite song to dance to right now?
Oh, God.
Favorite song. I'm more of like if you're familiar with like contemporary or lyrical, like anything like strong, like Adele or.
Oh, yeah. I like to just kick it old school, I want to dance with somebody. How could you not?
Yeah, I've actually seen John dance to Adele in our gym before too. So
all the time.
You guys
there we go.
Perfect.
We can do a duet.
There we go.
Janelle, I want to bring this up too because I'm a huge fan of this guy.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I had to. Sorry, I don't want to take the spotlight off you, but your husband is Jake Herbert, who is
kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. Can you tell the listeners about your husband just a little bit, just like who he is, just so they know?
Well, I could brag about him all day, which he would love, but to sum it up, he was an Olympic wrestler for the 2012 games in London. He wrestled at Northwestern and has just so many accolades out there that I I would take up a whole podcast to list them all. But right now I was able to wrangle him to move back to Michigan. So we live here in Birmingham now. And he's getting his feet wet with some real estate things, but he's also still doing a bunch of wrestling type camps. Right now he's getting really involved with physical literacy for children. And so if you follow him on either Facebook, Instagram, anything like that, he's always posting about what clinics he's doing. I really want him to meet you because I think you guys could collaborate on some cool things as well, because he's super community based as well.
So how did you guys meet? Like, was it in Chicago when he was at Northwestern?
No, actually, when I moved to Chicago, he moved to Detroit. So he was training for the Olympics when I moved out there. We met because he's my brother-in-law's best friend. So when my sister was getting married to my now brother-in-law, we were both in the wedding together.
So was it his dance moves that kind of swept you off your feet, or what was it?
Oh, God, no. We're still working on that. But that's something that we truly get to share in our marriage is, our passion for fitness and things like that. And that's something, his discipline and drive is something that I was just so attracted to right out the gate. And I think both him and I just complement each other so well in that. Like, he inspires me every day to just be a better woman in my industry.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I got to ask this question too, because some of our listeners are, John's age, 21, 22-year-old guys out there who are trying to kill in the club, especially Nick Parcelletti. He's a big dancing guy. What can you suggest to a guy in a club on how to dance? What's the etiquette there?
You got to go find the girl that's dancing the best, because she won't care as long as your feet are still. She can make you look good around you. You know what I mean? So I just tell Jake, just if you got a good shoulder bop and a head nod, don't let him know. I'll make the rest look good.
All right. I never knew that. So
no, just go for it. Confidence. Even with Jake, I think it's like his line to me. This is actually a special moment. I had a boyfriend at the time when we met, and he came up to me and he said, "Hey, would you rather have hamburger or filet?" And that's something that you can take it one way or the other, but I thought it was hilarious, and I know how much confidence it has to take to go up to a girl and say that. It still puts a smile on my face. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna go home and say it to my wife and see what happens. Awesome. All right, so hey, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this now. So we're really going to get to know who you guys really are. I didn't mention this pre-podcast, but sorry about this. This is called the fire round, all right? Okay. So you guys got to answer right off the top of your head, whatever your immediate answer is. We're going to get to know
first thing that comes to your mind
who you truly are. All right, let's go one at a time here. All right, we'll go Janelle, then Lindsay.
Okay.
We'll start off nice and easy. Janelle, can pineapples go on pizza?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. If you could be in any 90s music group as a member of the band, who would it be?
Lindsay, this is you.
Oh, 90s music group. Spice Girls.
Ooh.
For sure. Hands down.
Yeah. Janelle, do you have your cell phone nearby?
I can in a sec here, yes.
Okay. Pull that out for me. Can you open up a text message?
Okay.
Will you go to your, is it emojis?
Keyboard. Go to the keyboard first, and then go to emojis. And then the left column down, read off the top 5 emojis. These are your most frequently used.
All the way to the left?
Yeah, so all the way left down.
All the way left and down.
Okay. Red heart.
Red heart. So shows love.
Kissy face.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just a good smile, smiley face. Give me 10. And what do I call that? The party celebration.
It's like a cone.
Damn, so you're a lot of fun. Fun and full of fun.
So here we go.
Yeah.
All right. I want to hear Lindsay's too. Let's see how because I guarantee they're pretty much identical.
I hope it's not the one that she sent me this morning.
It might be. I'll be honest. Oh, no, it's not. Red heart.
Yep.
Smiley face. Janelle called this the high 10, but I think it's like the hallelujah one.
That's what I thought it was.
That's what I've always said.
Yeah. Yes. The upside down smiley, which I would say is actually my personal favorite, and then the laughing one.
All right.
So what does the upside down smiley actually mean?
I feel like we give that face a lot to each other.
I feel like if it's like sarcastic, we're like, here we are.
So I've never really known, like, what does that actually mean? No? Yeah, okay, yeah. So, who are we on here? I don't know where we left off. But anyways, whoever wants to answer this, favorite movie of all time?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to go there, but Hook.
Oh, that's mine. That's mine.
Yeah. I am a sucker for Hook. Yeah.
Wow. You're the first person I've ever met this. Oh, wow.
He literally talks about that movie at least once a week.
I changed my life.
Once a week, he brings up Hook.
Lindsay, what was yours? Oh, did you already say yours?
No, I didn't. Favorite movie, Crazy Stupid Love. It's like a chick flick. You probably haven't seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen that. I watch chick flicks. That's good. Morning or night person?
Morning.
I go back and forth. I used to be a night person, but now that I'm a mom, I'm a morning person because I'm up earlier.
Yeah. Is your kid? What's his name again?
Tatum.
Is he sleeping at all?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. He's been sleeping for a while through the night, so that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Favorite book that you would recommend another person read?
I'm going to let Lindsay answer this one because I'm not a reader.
That's surprising. I thought for sure you'd be a reader.
I know, yeah.
On a dorky personal favorite, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but on like a professional, encourage someone else to read it. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's by Oprah, and it's a list of lessons that she would send to her younger self, and it was really good. It was gifted to me by my aunt when I went to college, and it's one that I've kept with me for years.
Wow. To the list. There we go.
See, I find it interesting because my wife, I cannot get her to read a book at all, like never. She's always
I mean, I read a lot of like articles and things like that. Or, I mean, Jake is a huge reader, so he gives me a lot of just like quick pages to read of things he's into, but I don't know.
She's never really been a reader.
Yeah.
This is for both of you guys. Who is your hero?
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Get deep.
I would go with my parents. I can't pick one or the other because they've both been big for me in a lot of ways, but they keep me grounded and have taught me 99.9% of the lessons that I've taken with me throughout my life.
That's awesome.
I kind of have to agree with Lindsay, but I'm just going to group it in family in general. I have a pretty amazing, strong family that I've been able to lean on a lot in my life. So I'm really grateful for that. And they've always kind of given me just the advice, support, and discipline that I've needed to get to where I am.
Are you do you have brothers, sisters, both of you guys? What's your siblings like?
Yeah, I have a mixed family, but I have 3 sisters and a brother.
And I have a little brother who is 12 years younger than me. So my parents say that they have 2 only children. He's still in high school. It's really entertaining. Lots of fun to kind of like relive that through him again.
For sure. That's awesome.
All right, next question. If someone made a movie about your life, who would be the actress to play it?
Oh, God, you guys are getting good with these. I'm going to go Charlize Theron. I like her.
One.
She's like badass and she like can play.
Yeah,
what?
Charlize Theron. What is she in? Help us out here.
Like Italian Job.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like a chameleon. I feel like she can play a lot of different roles. I mean, she was in Monster, like
yeah.
crazy.
I can see that.
Not that I'm comparing myself to that one.
No.
But
Lindsay, who's playing you?
So I would love to say Jennifer Aniston because she's just like, I feel like everyone's all-time favorite girl crush, but you're going to crack up that I'm bringing this up. I have been stopped on the street so many times by like strangers telling me that I look like Kendra Wilkinson from the Playboy Bunny show.
Yes.
Isn't that horrible? I don't think I do.
Yeah.
go Kendra. Go Kendra.
All right.
My hair used to be a lot more blonde. It happened a lot more when I was more blonde.
Gotcha. All right. We'll end with the easy one here. Favorite cartoon character?
Something else I'm going to shock you.
You
with
love
here.
cartoons.
Do you love it?
Movies?
Well, I I have a stepdaughter who's 4, and I'm really into Moana with her right now. So I'm gonna take the Moana route. It's a new fave of mine.
That's awesome.
I like Winnie the Pooh.
I can see that. Okay. This is a good one. We're gonna end on I know we said the last one. This is a really good one, so we'll end on this one, guys.
All right. So so what is one thing that you want to be remembered for? One word, one thing.
One thing I want to be remembered for would be being a good person, being a kind person, somebody who's there, a good friend, and somebody they can rely on.
That's why we have the same brain. My one word was going to be kindness also.
That was awesome, guys. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on this podcast. We're going to put all the stuff in the notes where you can find them. I'll put their website, guys. I will put their Twitters, their Instagram, everything about them will be posted. We'll actually post this on YouTube too and share it with you.
And hopefully iTunes if they ever approve us.
Yes. And I'd like to ask if John Pep can come try out one of your classes.
Please.
Yes,
come.
both of you, come on in.
I've done it before. I don't know if it's the same thing. I heard it's a lot different because I think I did what's it? The other bar? What is it? Pure Bar?
Every bar studio kind of has their own little flair to it, so we're gonna make you guys both come in. We'll brawl.
Yeah, come on in. Let's do something different, and look at our mind body schedule. So let us know what works for you, and we'll meet you there.
Awesome,
All right,
guys.
sounds good.
Hey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll be talking to you guys very soon.
All right, go green.
Go white.
See you guys.